I walk up, I see this great ball gown that I want to buy. They're trying to sell it. Oh, have you never bought a ball gown before?
No comment.
Yeah. Welcome to Garage Sales Unhinged.
Where the characters are as quirky as the vines.
I'm Julie.
And I'm Jake.
Join us as we dive into the wild world of garage sales, yard sales, estate sales, and anywhere secondhand sales are happening.
From bizarre bargains to hilarious haggles.
You won't believe the stories we've got lined up.
Let's get unhinged.
Negotiation is key whenever it comes to secondhand bargains. At garage sales, yard sales, estate sales, people are expecting to haggle. And today, Jake, we are going to talk about some interesting and bizarre negotiation tactics that I have come across.
Oh, fantastic. You've got some stories.
Oh, have I got stories?
Okay.
One piece of advice that I came across was, okay, I'm going to set the scene for you. Let's say that you go into someone's yard sale and you want to haggle with them on, let's say, a lawnmower. They want $40 for that lawnmower. You're looking at it going, that lawnmower is going to need a little bit of work on it. Hey, I really just want to pay $20.
Okay.
And the buyer, or sorry, the seller is saying, hey, I'm not going to take less than $30 for it. And you pull out your wallet.
What? Oh, okay.
Family-friendly episode, Jake. And you pull out your wallet, and they can see you have two 20s and two 10s. And you're trying to talk them down to $20.
Now, hold on. You might not know this, everybody. I'm not a math major. Give me a minute. Two 20s and two 10s. Do you have a pencil? Can I?
$60.
Got it.
You're welcome. And you're trying to talk them down to $20. And they're looking at you going, no, he's got the money. I don't want to do that. So one of the tactics that I found out about was put different currencies in different pockets of your clothing. So in your front right pocket, you're going to have two 5s. In your front left pocket, you're going to have a 20. In your back right pocket, you're going to have 5 1s. And in your back left pocket, let's say you have a $100 bill. I don't know. Wow. I know. Big spender.
And written on the underside of the bill of your baseball hat is a legend telling you which pocket contains which currency.
Hey, it is a tactic. It's a strategy. You better be on point.
Okay.
So whenever you go up there, and what you do is you walk up with that $20 in your hand that they saw you pull out of your pocket and say, hey, would you take that lawnmower for $20? This is all I have. And then all of a sudden that seller goes, you know what? If I don't sell it to this person, I may never sell it. Yeah, I'll take the $20 because that's all that they have.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it got me thinking of like, hey, yeah, you got to remember where all these things are. Well, recently I was up in Seattle and I went to the Pop Culture Museum there. Highly recommend. And I came across a very interesting display. And it is a outfit designed by Vivienne Westwood. And this outfit is called, and if you're able to go to Seattle to the museum, highly recommend to give it a look. But this outfit is called the Bondage Jacket and Black Zippered Trousers.
Okay.
And this is ideal.
Yes, it is.
For this type of sales negotiation tactic. I'm going to show you this outfit jacket. For me, granted, I feel like this may be TMI for our listeners, but I'm not really into bondage. So I don't think this, I know. Hi.
Julie, it's TMI for your co-host.
Family holidays are going to get weird. But it's actually, I like the jacket. Nothing in here says bondage in it. There's just a lot of zippers on it. But the jacket has a lot of zippers and pockets. The pants as well have a lot of zippers. And you can see, like, if you were going to go into a yard sale, an estate sale, and you were going to go in with this tactic, if I'm going to have different currencies in different pockets, this is the outfit to go with.
Honestly, this looks more like what Michael Jackson was wearing
Exactly.
and beat it.
Yeah.
I'd say if I had to, like, just on looking at just the front of this thing, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There might be like a dozen separate, pockets.
And that way you can have multiple currencies. And say, hey, all I have are 3,000 pesos. Will you take this?
Yeah. Do you accept kroner?
Yeah. You could do all sorts of things with that. So this tactic, hey, it's interesting. If it works, do it. Just remember which denomination and which currency you have in which pocket, because it can get kind of wild and crazy in the heat of the haggling process.
It kind of makes sense. I mean, the same practice applies when you are shopping for big ticket items. If you're going to go get a car, you're not planning on trading in. You drive up in the cheapest thing you can get your hands on so that they don't think, oh, this guy is rolling in it.
Right.
Yeah.
And also maybe like if you are a buyer going to a garage sale, maybe you should wear cargo pants. And just that way you have all the pockets available. You can walk in there. You know where your quarters are. You know where your dollar bills are. You know where your $5 bills are. And just keep it real simple.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay, another negotiation tactic is the hard to get.
Hard to get.
Yeah.
What's this?
So this is when you go up to someone and say, hey, I'm really interested in that thing. Will you take X number of dollars for it? So let's say, hey, I really like that vase. I know you have $20 on it. Will you take $5?
What yard sales are you going to where you're finding a $20 vase on a table?
There's a lot of them.
I mean, like $7 max.
Depends on the vase. Okay.
So you've got your eye on this vase. It's $20. What happens next?
And I offer $5.
Got it.
And the seller goes, I can't take $5 for that. It's a $20 vase. And I said, okay. And I start to walk away. And in that seller's mind, they're going, man, I just missed out on selling this piece of junk and getting it out of my house. That is the hard to get because I'm walking away. Now the seller's going to go, wait. Would you give me 10 for it? I'd be like, man. And again, I got my cargo pants on. The most I have on me is $6.
But you just offered 7.
No, I offered 5.
Oh, that was my scenario. I need this tip. Thank you.
I'm trying real hard to do simple math here for Jake, and he's throwing it out the window. So that's the hard to get tactic of, hey, I'm interested. I really like it. Man, this would look good in my dining room. Oh, this would be a great gift for my grandma. And they don't want to budge on the price. You walk away. You give the perception of walking away because they realize the second you turn your back, they still own that thing that they are trying to sell.
It really is sort of this extends like beyond buying and selling stuff. I think a lot of people do this with relationships too.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's how it is? Fine. And, ooh, you want them more or at all.
Well, it's one of those things, if it was meant to be, they'll come back. And a lot of garage sale hosts think the same thing. Of like, oh, that foot traffic was really interested in that thing. If they really want it, they'll come back. That's not how this works. People aren't coming back to your yard sale, your garage sale for that one thing.
Unless you listen regularly and we figure out ways to kind of like build a garage sale brand. Like, oh, hey, the Slim Jims that fell off the back of the truck. You go to 1847 Oak Drive. This guy's got the hookup.
Okay. Don't buy Slim Jims at off the back of the truck.
Are you planning a garage sale, yard sale, or estate sale and need some help? Look no further than Garage Sale Supply. They provide top-notch resources and expert advice to help you host the perfect sale. From pricing tips to promotional strategies, they've got you covered. Visit GarageSaleSupply.com and make your next sale a success.
Okay, so that was my second one that I wanted to share was the hard to get tactic.
Okay.
The third tactic is you're adding an additional item, but smaller, at the last minute for the same cost. So here's the example. I walk up, I see this great ball gown that I want to buy. They're trying to sell it. Oh, have you never bought a ball gown before?
No comment.
Yeah. So they want to sell it for $50. It's a nice ball gown. And I'm trying to negotiate with them, and I get them down to $40. It's still a bargain for me, and I'm going, man, I feel like I won. And then I go to check out, and then I see, like, let's say some costume jewelry there. And the costume jewelry, they want it for $5.
Okay.
And I say, hey, since I'm buying this dress, would you throw in the costume jewelry for free?
Okay, so you got a relatively big ticket item, and you're attaching a rider.
Yes.
This is the congressional tactic.
Yes.
You want that bill to pass? Well, I want my, statue protecting the perverted arts.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So that's what this is. You're just adding an additional item at the last minute because this person, you probably, haggling may take 20 seconds. It may take a few minutes. But you may have also worn that person down to just go, you know what, take it. I'm done. Like, just get out of my yard, get out of my house. I'm done with this. Just leave.
See, that sounds like you're also hitting on like another tactic right there is just be obnoxious. Make them want to be rid of your presence. And that's a way to increase your value.
But don't be too obnoxious because then, they can refuse the right to sell you anything.
Yeah, and Texas is it does have the castle doctrine, so you're on their property, so maybe not.
Yeah, let's not go there. But yeah, so you can always get additional things as long as it's, again, I strongly encourage you to be less than the amount that you were originally paying for the bigger item, but you can always throw in an additional thing at the very end.
What would be like a really great contrast? Like, hey, the ball gown, and while I'm at it, will you throw in this set of lug nuts? With something that because you mentioned like costume jewelry, that makes sense. Oh, I know you're going to have a lobster dinner later or something. I want the ball gown plus.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So if through the haggling process, if you actually are friendly with the seller, they may actually throw in the lug nuts for free. Going, hey, yeah, you know what? Hey, buddy, I appreciate it. We've had a good conversation. Jake, you're going to look great in that ball gown. You need to change a tire later. Here you go.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
get you a man that can do both.
Okay. So yeah, there's definitely a way to do that type of stuff. Especially, again, if you're looking at things and going, there are 2 lug nuts missing from this set. Hey, can I take that? Can you add that into the stuff that I'm buying today for the same amount? And are we good? And they may look at it and go, man, no one else has even looked at those lug nuts. Yeah, man, take it. I appreciate it.
Cool.
So, and then the other tactic that I had is go to the sale in the last 2 hours of the event.
Ooh.
Yeah. So let's say that you're going to a garage sale and this garage sale has been going on for Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And it's from, let's say, 8 to 3 both days. On Saturday, go at 1 o'clock. Because by then, yes, everything's usually going to be picked over. Are you going to come in and get the best thing that they had? Probably not. They've already sold it. But in those last 2 hours, they're starting to look at that going, man, if I don't sell the rest of this stuff, I got to bring this back into my home. No one wants to do that. So a seller is more likely to come down on price. They're more likely to bundle things. And whenever I'm talking about bundling things, let's say that, hey, every single female blouse is $1. In those last 2 hours, they go, hey, for every 10 blouses, it's $1. You can take a lot of things in those last 2 hours because people don't want to haul that stuff back into their home.
So what I'm gathering from you on your tips thus far, unless there's more, but deception with all the pockets and then the various forms of currency in the various pockets. Deceive. Play hard to get and gaslight. And get them at their most vulnerable and desperate. This is your advice to people.
Yeah, it works.
I think you have a spot on the Joe Rogan show.
It's all about psychology, right? Like, and here's the thing, and as I'm talking about psychology, people hate to negotiate.
Yeah.
Like, you think about going to buy a car,
Yeah.
man, I don't want to negotiate. I want to get the best price, but I don't want to negotiate. But whenever it comes to secondhand sales, people are expected to haggle. And so this is the opportunity for people to come in and you can get great items for a really good value if you use some of these negotiation tactics the appropriate way. Now, I don't want you to be an evil person and try to steal things from people. That's not what I'm encouraging.
No.
But coming in with a plan of how you're going to negotiate, and also because negotiation is not comfortable for the vast majority of society, we're out of practice. So people have to practice. And this is also, like, if you're going to go, let's say you're going to go garage selling on a Saturday with some friends, do several of them in a day, because as you get into the haggling practice, you get better at it. This is also good for your career. So if you want to go in and negotiate salary, if you're a salesperson, you're trying to negotiate a sale, practice this stuff out on garage sales and yard sales and estate sales. Try some of those tactics. Granted, you may not want to wear cargo pants to a big sales meeting, but negotiation is a skill and you just got to work at it.
I feel like I'm the best person for the product marketing position. And by the way, do you take peso?
I mean, that's not a bad idea. So yeah, that's some negotiation tactics that people can use. And I'd love to hear how it works out for others. And that's our show for today, folks.
Thanks for listening, Julie. I'm going to try those tips this weekend.
All right. Adios.
Bye.